Hi, my name is Wendy, and welcome to my eclectic life. I'm so glad you're here to join me, and the first thing I need to say is I am not a doctor, but I'm just a patient who has taken a lifetime to learn things on how to help myself to get better. And I'm here to help you, hopefully, help yourself as well. And because of a lifetime of chronic diseases and mishaps and all kinds of, I would say, adventures, and please don't mind my little doggie. She's whining in the background because she is not getting my attention. I'm here to just give you some of my knowledge and to welcome you to my channel and to hopefully, if I can't help you, if my knowledge cannot help you, it might help somebody that you know and that you love, because we are all human beings and we all start to fall apart eventually here and there, and there's so many diseases out there and people really struggle with chronic diseases. And I've managed throughout all these years to finally come to terms with them, to learn to help myself. I've had quite a few adventures in the health field. As far as health challenges, I've faced death a couple times and have lived with chronic diseases now, like Sjogren's syndrome, something that a lot of people have never heard of, but it's kind of like lupus, and most of my immune system right now isn't here. And I have a lot of stories behind all those things. So my whole point of trying to say hello is to welcome you to my community and to hopefully that I will be able to help and serve in my mission, which is to help people help themselves. And that's why I feel I'm here. I feel I've gone through all these different experiences for a reason. And I've been nudged and pulled and prompted and pushed to finally get my stuff out there, and hopefully somebody can be helped by it. Today I'd like to talk about the ketogenic diet, keto, or you hear me say a lot, keto. It's like potato, that kind of thing. Anyway, the reason I ended up going on this diet and how I got there and where I'm at now. And I'm going to start way back with a little cute story that is, I say cute because I want a happy spin on everything. We all have health challenges, and some more than others. And if you get triggered by hearing about people, because I'm going to tell stories about things that happened to me. But if you look at me, you see I'm alive and well and I'm kicking. So always know that. And so what happened to me is I was having a very hard time, like I seem to have here and there. And one of my challenges was high blood pressure. And I just went through a lot of stuff, and if anybody's interested, please ask me about this story. But long story short, I was doing my deep breathing and trying to relax. I basically have had a lot of bullying, and this was one of those bullying times. And so my blood pressure was very, very high, and I had a very bad doctor, very bad, okay? And he kept making it worse, and he kept giving me more medication. And I stood up from sitting down from doing my deep breathing, and all of a sudden I saw red, literally. I didn't see the color red, and then all of a sudden I saw the color beige. And then I ran in the house and looked in the mirror, and they were fine, my eyes. And it turned out, and I put saline in my eyes just because I wear contacts at times. And then it hit me the worst. It's called an optic migraine. It's very rare. It lasted 2 months. As I was searching on YouTube, I found this doctor. His name is Dr. Eric Berg. The link will be below. He has amazing videos that teach you in layman's terms about your body and how they work. And I was diabetic. I'm still diabetic. We're always diabetic. However, I seem to have been directed to this video of his on the ketogenic diet, and it really resonated with me. I love fat. I love eating fat, cream cheese, avocados. I love all that stuff. And the carbs, when it says low carbs, it means you can have carbs, but you would cook with almond flour and coconut flour. It's just a whole nother way of eating. And it sounded so right for me. And so after having struggled with this, my immune system just crashed from the optic migraine, I started on the ketogenic diet, and I cannot tell you the difference that I saw immediately. I wasn't hungry, and more importantly, the weight started dropping off. I was, oh goodness, I basically, I know I lost about 40 pounds in 3 months, is what I recall. And now, because of some crazy stuff in my life, I had a insane roach infestation. Isn't that just lovely to hear about that? I was just, for a few months, just couldn't even cook, couldn't do anything. We have such a delicious bakery around the corner. I mean, not even around, it's like on the corner, it's so close. And it's only 50 cents for this delicious pastry. And I went wild. I stopped eating right. I started getting sicker and sicker. And I turn around now, 3 months later, my life is getting better, except I've gained 15 pounds. And for somebody who has a lot of chronic back problems and knee problems and things like that, I can't be that way. And on top of that, you could always be diabetic, you always are diabetic. But the fact that I literally reversed it in the sense that I went from a 6.8 A1C down to a 5.4 A1C. Anything under 5.7 is considered non-diabetic, meaning I don't need medicine or anything like that. And I was pre-diabetic for at least 30 years. So it is the most amazing way to eat because it makes sense more than anything else. And the benefits there are numerous benefits. You are helping your body, and you're making your body work the way it's supposed to, more than anything else. You're burning fat. You are using fat as energy, not sugar. And when I started eating sugar, my entire immune system started crashing. And just a little side note, I went for a PET scan, a full body PET scan, and if those of you who don't know what it is, that's where they test to see if you have cancer. And while they did that, right before they put me in the machine, they shot me up, and I asked her what it was they were giving me. It turned out to be glucose, sugar. I don't know, something to think about, wouldn't you say? So, after I learned about the keto diet, I needed to figure out how I was going to be able to do that in my life. So I started researching recipes. It's the easiest thing in the world now. There are thousands, tens of thousands of recipes out there. And what I ended up doing, because every time I Googled and got a recipe, I didn't know what to do with it. I'm an older lady. I didn't know about all the newfangled social media stuff. But I knew about Pinterest. I just never had a reason to use it before. So for me, I ended up starting to do collecting all the recipes and putting them on Pinterest so that I can easily access them. And I just started with basic things. I made it easy on myself. And it's an easy formula. It's basically all you're doing is your fat and fiber insulates insulin. That's the formula. But there's a lot of people talking about the diet now, so I would really go with the source that I felt was the best, because a lot of stuff that what he says, he has a lot of information about how your body works, so you get a lot of good information on that. And I just started with simple things and recipes that I really like, and I'm gonna be making a recipe, and I'll be doing it and showing it on my channel. And I like sweets. That's one of my favorite things. So I just substitute erythritol and sugar alcohols, and you kind of start getting a feel for it. And you really can eat very, very well. And because you're not putting sugar and white flour in your body is no longer having, that causes inflammation. It causes a lot of problems. And you are actually starting to feel better. And as far as the weight loss, it's such an easy formula. I've never, ever lost weight so easy in my life, ever. And now I'm back on that journey because, as I mentioned, I went off the path. And so you can watch me. I like to share it and lose my 15 pounds so I can feel better. And it's a way that hopefully I can share with others, along with a lot of other information that I had, a way for you to be able to start your journey to feeling better and healthier. We even if you're not overweight, quite frankly, you do really good on this diet just because you're using fat for energy, not sugar. And that's a big deal. Thank you for joining me today on my first video and my first day of my new journey in my life. And I'm really glad you're here, and so is my little Juju, who's whining because she'd like to go outside now. So it's time for me to say goodbye and say thank you for coming and joining me, myself, Wendy, and my eclectic life. Until next time.